Hey, happy Sunday, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And babe, I know you talking about me being late because we were back here vibing and I did hit live a little late, but I know you not talking, sir, because out of all the times I am troubleshooting your stream and letting the people know you coming. Just have my back for once, please, love.
Listen, this is a bona fide. This is a bona fide
That's it.
black show.
That's
We're
it.
we're
We are black. It's
we're
Sunday.
coming in.
Church.
Yes,
A
but we
rockin'
will
just
be here.
literally, let me tell y'all how dedicated my lovely co-host is, okay? Miss Robin just got off a plane,
Did
okay? Committed, okay? This is
yes,
what commitment and black excellence looks like, okay?
cause we gotta talk, girl.
She came, okay, because girls need girls. So without further ado, happy Sunday, everybody. I'm so
Happy
glad to see
Sunday.
y'all. I am the official like police of off script. So go ahead and like this stream, all right? Just a FYI, the call lines are open today. You see the number down below. And I would be remiss if I did not introduce the intelligent, the get them together, okay? The snazzy. All right, Miss Robin McGee.
Hey, y'all.
Girl, hey.
Look, listen. I have been busy having fun. I was at Mardi Gras over the
I saw.
weekend.
I saw you
And
look
I still had to leave, girl. It's still gonna be going on. And I'm gonna be here in school, thugging it out. But look, I had a good time. I hope everybody had a great weekend,
Zulu.
ready for Monday tomorrow. Oh yes, ma'am. Zulu Ball did occur.
Did
Zulu Ball, a time was
I saw
had.
you. I saw you dress. I saw okay.
Listen,
Okay.
a time. I was there with friends, family, everybody was there. It was phenomenal. Lloyd performed, Anthony Hamilton performed. Y'all,
Really?
if y'all don't know anything about Zulu Ball, look it up and go. Definitely. Black establishment, just beautiful people. It was
Okay.
great.
Okay. Well, Robin, it's Sunday. This is our time. We are back to our normal schedule time. So we're
Mhm.
gonna do what we do best.
And let's get into it.
Talk. We're gonna talk
Let's talk
so
about it. Let's
okay,
talk about it.
about it. So again, this is Girl Need Girl. Shout out to Bay for his genius of an idea and putting us lovely queens together. All right, but first in our let's talk. Well, you know what? Let me back up. I didn't even because created. Let me. I'm a little excited. 'Cause, these topics got me. They got me a little amped. But we did have Valentine's Day this past week. Okay,
Did.
I know that we are both big love day lovers here. We had
Yeah.
some Valentine's Day victims we established. So if you didn't see
Hmm.
that episode, go ahead and do the replay. How was your Valentine's Day, darling?
It was really nice. Yes. So I got to see my boyfriend. He's a musician. And honey, he performs for Drumline Live. And if y'all have not seen Drumline Live before, I highly recommend buy your tickets. They go on tour every single year. And honey, I went to his show and let me tell you, a time. I was in there screaming. I was like, that's my baby. My man, my man, my man. Like all of that. But it was like an overall like awesome performance. Like
Okay.
it's not your stereotypical like drumline movie, but it caters to like just experiencing black culture and how music has just evolved over time and like what we now know is like drumline and like highlighting HBCUs and things like that. So I'm really being promoting them, so I hope y'all are watching this and using this. But yeah, it was great to experience that, be with him, and we just had a chill night, girl. We was tired after that, went to bed.
Okay.
I had to go to class the next day.
Did
So
you?
that's
Okay.
what adulting looks like right now on a Tuesday. That's why Valentine's Day is on a Tuesday. Gotta do it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yes, ma'am. But how about you? How was yours?
My Valentine's Day. So we did end up going to get my steak.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
As
we
you should have.
listen. Got my steak. It was delish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It started out wonderful. We were doing some of our pastime favorite. We love looking at houses.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we were just scrolling. Listen, it went down. It was like a roller coaster. It went down for just a tad bit. Girl, wedding. Uh.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
already knowing, baby. It's a full-time job.
woo, wedding planning
Yeah.
different. I'm like
Yeah.
it definitely. I see my bestie in the chat. What up, Mike? What up, Kendra? Um, it brings out the like most craziest thing out of people, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, how?
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be the one, like, if anything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
But it also depends on like your role too. Like if you are somebody that wants to be really hands on and like the printing process, like yeah, you gonna have some sleepless nights, but it's on
All
go, go,
I'm
go,
gonna
go,
say
go.
is this: if you volunteer to be in somebody's wedding, and
Mhm.
you volunteer for a certain role, like
Mhm.
anticipate the stress that may or may not come with
Yeah.
it. And then I just ask that you consider that the couple getting married may also be under a little bit of stress as well, because after all, we are the ones, you know,
Mhm.
that make the decisions and whatnot. So
And you're right,
that's
cause
all.
it's y'all's day.
It,
I know that's right.
that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I know you had Mardi Gras. I told you that I like to in my head think I'm from Louisiana.
Yes, you
In
did.
my head, I'm from Ohio. I'm a Buckeye. But when I yeah, yes, babe, paying for let me okay. Paying for I know he wants a gunshot for that. So that's what it is. Um so for you, my girl, because I know you missed your state. I
Right.
had Bay. Go ahead and put this button. We rearrange some buttons for you. So Robin, this is for you.
I I know that's right. I wish I had a white handkerchief. Okay. Oh, I love you. This is so nice. Wow.
See, I
I
told you magic.
about to get emotional on this doggone show. It's way too early. It's way too early in the show. Y'all did that. No, thank you. Cause
Thanks,
listen,
Bay.
when I tell you that's the move forever and always.
Okay. Yeah. So
Look,
I was feeling.
thank
I
you.
was feeling it. But
Let's
I
take my
got a let's talk
headband off.
about it. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
All right. So the let's talk about it. And listen, if you are in the
I
chat,
like this.
we need all participation on deck.
Hmm.
But the question is, would you date you? Don't worry. I will be
Absolutely.
reading the responses tonight. There is no Super Bowl because football season is over, baby. Okay, so we got some time. All right. Oh, wait. Somebody, I got a request. So I got to consult with my teammate here.
Okay.
Can we play the bounce song one more time, Robin? Can we?
Listen, play the song. Cause that is me. That's my stuff. I know that's right. Yes.
All
Listen.
right. D, that is
Okay.
for you. Okay.
And also, I want to preface.
Okay.
So, bounce music,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
arguably, I'm a shout out some of my Floridians out there. They have like this little unspoken little rivalry about where bounce music kind of originated. So I don't know
Really?
if any of my people from Florida out there, but let me just tell you this: that came from us. Okay, New Orleans is their creator of the bounce music. It is gonna be the best that ever had it. But I will say, I wanted to shout out Florida because y'all been doing it. Y'all been doing y'all are okay. Y'all are okay.
AI.
It's all right.
AI.
So that's what he was like. That bounce music though. That if you really know, y'all know it's from New Orleans. But I just had to put that in there. My little 2 cents.
Your little
Anybody need money?
Oh my
Look.
god, so these answers. So, okay, Bay says, "Honestly, I wouldn't," which we have pre-discussed this. Kendra, who said,
Oh
"Absolutely, I would, period, date her. She would date herself."
yeah.
D, this is one of our best men in the wedding. Shout out to Broski. He said, "I would stay away from me," in all caps. That's scary. That's scary. Okay.
Is it though? Because I feel like that's just self awareness.
Oh, look at
I'm just, I wanna give him that. I wanna give him that. I would rather you say
okay.
that instead of being in denial. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have Bestie Mike. He said, "I would date myself now." At
Mm,
42 back in the day I had, and let me say it in his voice, plenty of skanks. Okay.
not plenty of skanks.
Okay, we have women in here lying. Well, honey, come on now. Um, and Alan Darby, shout out to you, sir. You said I wouldn't date me honestly. That is interesting. That is
You know
interesting
what?
that all the guys are saying no,
And all the women
except
are
for
saying
Mike
yes.
at a more mature age. Um, Kendra, I know you better tell them. Okay,
He said,
I
I'm
know,
not
girl.
lying.
She said I ain't lying. Okay,
And don't, because what you got to laugh for? We
but
grown.
Robin, would you?
I would. And
Okay,
you know what? I think I am at my best self dating wise now
okay.
than what I was before. So I wouldn't say that I would have. Kind of like the other comment that said that they would date themselves now at like their stage in their life, just because for me, like my growth and maturity within myself
Mhm.
is whew, night and day, child, from when I first started dating. And that journey was necessary for me to know and understand where I am right now. So for me, yeah, I would date myself as who I am right now. Now, if you take Robin from high school, Robin in like first couple years in college, or even just transitional period between one boyfriend to the next, absolutely not. Because girl, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to almost control the emotions that I didn't understand.
Mhm.
Because I didn't understand how to control them because I didn't know them. I didn't know what it all felt to truly be in love and all of this other stuff. And feeling like you don't want to do too much in the dating phase, understanding that talking and dating is two different things than being in a relationship. So it's like all of that, child, a navigation
Okay.
obstacle, if you will. So obstacle course.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
baby, I didn't know where I was going. But now, I got a
Yeah.
map, compass,
Okay.
Apple, Apple Maps,
Google
Maze,
Maps, Waze.
Waze.
You got
Yep,
it. She said I can get there.
get there.
Okay. We
But
have
before,
Violet Knox. She said I would date but need someone with real life awareness. Kyla, would you would date yourself? That's the question. Would you date you?
mm-hmm.
It's Molly Simmer. She said, I mean, I don't know if I would. I appreciate your honesty, sis.
Yeah,
Derek James,
that's fair.
bro, as a man who's willing to sacrifice it all for his career, that's a lot to ask of a woman. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna say he's being 100% real. He is.
Yeah.
Ken, Kendra said a lot of men already know. All
Hmm.
right. Mike says, Scotty, you already know women will make themselves sound like they're so innocent.
Oh, I don't know about
Okay, I'm like,
that.
Mike, you start you can always count on Mike to start something, okay?
Nah,
Kendra,
I
a
don't know
lot of
about
men
that.
know they be doing a lot. Okay, but women do a lot too. And see,
Do.
I already had you, babe. We was already here, babe. I got you. I got you.
Hmm.
Didn't even read it. Yes, okay, this is Mike's babe. Okay, with the nice shoes. She said, I would date me. I know that's right,
With the
sis.
nice shoes.
Okay, and it says, I am not innocent, but a good one me now is good. 20-year-old me, no. Okay. So present day, yes. Kyla did change it to say yes, she would date herself. Derek says this is gonna start some fire. There's no such thing as talking. Okay, we
Hey, hey, wait. We
okay.
gonna have to put a pin right here because I gotta get that out. Derek, you're my new best friend, big dog. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I didn't know that was a thing until I got to college, right? And maybe it because I had to get to college to understand the difference because in high school it was just like either you dating or you not dating. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like talking, the term was said, but it was synonymous to what dating was. But now you got talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a level below dating because talking means essentially how I'm understanding it is you can talk to different people,
Right.
right? You're trying to basically you're going fishing,
Girl, babe, drop what talking is. He know. Cause
right?
he gonna drag you through all the stages. He know as a reformed
Put
hoe,
it in there.
he's
Put
gonna
it
put
in
it in
there.
the chat. Babe, go ahead and let the people know what that is. Cause I know that is right up your alley with the technicalities. Um,
But
and
like,
listen,
what
I
is
would say that Mike is all can Karina. Mike is always ready to start something, okay? But I would say this: I would absolutely date me, and I'll tell you why.
mm-hmm.
I have always, if I'm ready to date, if
Yeah.
I want to date, then I'm great. And the reason is one, I'm understanding, I'm cool, I'm not a judgmental type of person. I'm supportive, and so I look good, I smell,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying.
I
I
know
don't
that's
want
right. And you
women to
do.
be like overly dependent on you. I try to be aware. I'm a pleaser, I'm a giver. Okay. I'm self-aware of my own shortcomings. So absolutely I would date me. I'm a whole white down here, baby.
Look, and there it is.
Boom.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. We got talking. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. Bay, thank you. Shout out to you. Talking and kicking it is in the same boat. Someone else said talking is the equivalent of casual dating. Thank you, Miss Karina. And it
Okay,
said,
I have a
nah,
question.
it's definitely different. Emphasis on the different. Then we have Mike. Talking is the interview process. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on, Robin.
Hey, listen,
Is that
Derek.
what it feels like when I come and do
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Ooh, babe.
Derek is out here bugging. If he think talking and dating is the same thing, that is not the same. If I'm talking to
Well,
you,
there. Hold on. There's a comment that says, "Nah, it's definitely different." So
it
what
is
is he
definitely
saying?
different.
Okay,
That's his
there
Oh,
it
best friend.
is.
He gonna
oh,
talk
okay.
to him
I
because
just want I just want to
that's his
make
best
sure
friend. That's
Derek.
why Derek can bring my Scott to the
I just
microphone.
wanted to make sure we was on the same page, Derek. Because
Listen,
talking,
Derek, you hear him? You not even D no more, bro.
nah,
He killing you
he
right.
said, Derek. He
yeah,
said, "Let me
Derek.
tell you
That's what he
something."
acting like. That's what he acting.
No, because actually, this young man had to come into the room.
The
He wanted
room,
to be heard. He
okay?
said,
I'm
"What
not.
you're not
Period.
going to do is play with me
I'm
on
not. I'm
this."
not. I'm not with it
You
today.
not with
I'm
it?
not with it today.
Okay, babe.
I will not be subscribing. I will not subscribe
D
to that.
said talking is good morning. Hey, good evening, Mr. Kincaid. Talking is a good morning. That's what D said.
Talking is good. Listen, talking.
Here, babe.
Talking
Come
is
on, come.
simply. Listen, talking is simply this, right? Is if I see a girl and I like a girl and I'm talking to her, there's no expectations for that to go anywhere other than we're just chopping it up. We talking. Same thing with kicking it. Like if a girl invites you to her crib or whatever, y'all just kicking it. That's what it is.
Even if y'all start doing
Even if you start doing the do until it is announced that we are dating or I say you're my girl, that is how that thing works. It's
Okay,
just
so let me ask you this, Scotty, while you here, bro. What is dating? Define that. Now that we've defined talking, define dating.
dating
I
to
need to
me.
understand the difference.
Dating to me is courting. Right? If I'm courting you, right? Like I'm in my intention is to make you my girl. Like that is
Okay.
dating. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in the process of dating is like going out on dates, figuring out what you like, all that type of
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Talking and keeping it is just it's no different if we were friends and then if we just so happen to do the do as casual buddies, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
casual buddy.
As casual buddies, that's what it is. But dating is my intention of courting you. That's the
Okay.
difference.
So let me ask you
Oh,
this.
we got a caller.
Can you
Hold on,
can
go
you
ahead. Finish the
ooh
point.
can you date more than one person?
Can you date? Yes, absolutely.
Date.
Absolutely.
So do you align exclusivity to your definition of dating?
No, there's no exclusivity in dating. The only
But you
exclusivity
just said that you're intentionally trying to make that person your like significant other, right?
yeah,
So
but
you
at
want
the
to do
same
that with
time, we
multiple
can
people?
date. Like my intentions is to court you to be my girl, but in the process of courting, I can say this ain't it.
I know,
It's
but
no
I'm
different than
saying simultaneously, are you doing like would your version of dating and as example, could a person do that with multiple humans and
yes,
not just
because
one person?
it's to me. I say yes because women are allowed to date multiple men, right?
But we're
Because
not. Wait, hold on. I said humans. See, I generalized it.
I'm,
I
I'm
didn't put
no,
men
I'm
or
giving
women.
you
I
both
said humans.
aspects though. I'm giving you both aspects. I'm hitting it both aspects
Okay.
because men are the ones that initiate the dating process, right? So
Okay.
if a man is initiating the dating process and he's trying to find him a girl, well, I can talk to multiple girls and date and looking for a girlfriend. Why? Because the one that's going to be the one for me is naturally going to take my attention away from the others. So I can date multiple women and still be in the process to find my girl. And then the one I find will naturally take my attention because she's the one I gravitate towards. So she's the one I'm going to spend more time with. She's the one I'm going to talk to the most. So in the process of dating, it's the same thing with women on the flip side. Women can date multiple men. And then as they start to get closer and closer to a guy, what do they start to do? They start dropping off the other guys. No, I don't want to go on a date with you. No, I don't want to talk to you no more. And you start gravitating to the person that you like to go to. So it's no different.
Right.
There's no you get what I'm saying?
And caller, I see you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's wake.
yeah,
But
yeah.
But yeah, but
I
y'all
got
get back to y'all. So
Thank you.
I ain't want to, I ain't want to be taking over y'all stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But I had to school people real quick. That ain't the
Thanks,
same.
babe.
Oh
Bye,
no.
babe.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
babe. Bye, babe.
I want to hear the caller.
I want to hear the caller too. All right, 4620. All right, 4620. You are live on Girls Need Girls. Can I get your name?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I was hearing some other voice, the phone service.
Okay.
I like the conversation. I was just talking to a young man about this the other day, and his sister.
Okay.
I'm a little older. I'm 51.
Mhm.
For us, but for me, it was dating. I mean, it was dating, talking, and then relationship.
Okay.
Dating was
Talk.
a feeling process. I mean, you out there fishing, this and that, whatever. Talking was for me to make sure I'm ready.
Okay.
Am I really feeling this? Am I really to shut things the other ones down? And then when I pick the one, let me see how I feel about myself.
Mhm.
I was taught that early on. Am I really feeling this? Does she connect with me? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that talking process was like, for me, checking myself almost like a probation before I went full time. Probation before you got hired on the job full time. That's what that was. And when
Okay.
I grew up, talking meant you all was one on one, but you haven't solidified it yet
Okay.
to the relationship. That's how we saw it.
Awesome. And what was your name, sir?
Scotty knows me as Wake.
All
Like
right,
Wake
Mr.
Waker.
Wake. Well, thank you for calling in the Girls Need Girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Very
mean,
All right.
knowledgeable.
Girl, we had our first caller. Okay.
Oh no, that's right. Look, very knowledgeable. Love the
Okay,
perspective.
Mr. Wake. Listen.
Tell me
Dating.
I want to hear from you, Akila. What is your definition, or how do you describe talking versus dating?
Funny you should ask, Robin.
Well, I'm gonna listen.
Because my bestie Mike. So listen, I met Mike. I was 20, 21 when I met Mike. I listen, lady, everybody. I started dating real late. All right, so that's a longer story for another day. But
Hmm.
I met Mike at a very young age, and I had a lot of guy cousins, uncles, and all that stuff. So and I'm always an observer, right? And working with Mike at the place that we used to work at, I was listen, I believe like learn from the people around you. So I saw Mike's situation, you know what I mean? And I saw how he handled it. So I was getting, like, oh, this is how guys really move. So I'm just loading that information in. Hearing guys say, Mike in particular, until a guy says, "You are my girl," it's not official. So I was like, oh, okay. No matter how a girl feels, Mike told me it's like the movie, what was it? The Tyler Perry movie Confessions with Lance Gross, the light skinned Journey Smollett.
Oh, yep.
That movie
Hmm.
was coming out. And Mike, I was not a player, okay. So Mike was like, he told me then how like women's breathing patterns would change. And men could detect that when you are turned on as a woman, your breathe like it slows down. And I'm sitting there like he had it down to a science, okay? And I was just like,
Okay.
in my mind, I started to assume that all men kind of operated like him. They don't. They don't. But God just
I know
he
I
was
haven't never had that. No,
but
know what that
I
feels like. I'm trying to see what
learned
that looks
from
like.
I learned from him. So I learned like, certain lines that guys will use to try and trip you up. You know what I mean? That invitation to dinner does not mean, that just because y'all went to grab a bite to eat, oh, it's a date. Listen, I have guy friends. We grab bites to eat all the time. They are friends, period.
Yeah.
Mike and I have had several, meals out. And listen, they are not dates. Listen, it's just chopping up. It's just conversations with my guy. So
Hmm.
for me, once I started dating, I started asking the question, what are we? Now, I asked that question back then. This was before Scott. So back then, if I kissed you, you was my boyfriend. Because keep it honest. Listen, so literally every
I don't take my kisses lightly, baby.
yeah, no, not at all.
Like,
I felt like kissing was too intimate.
no,
I we could
yeah,
smash,
I
but I
concur.
wouldn't kiss you. I know that it's so backwards. And I was
No,
like, we're not doing
honestly, it depends on how you look at it, but I'm following
yeah,
what you're putting
it
down.
it
Cool.
wasn't anything for me.
Yeah.
So like if I kissed you though, we together.
Yeah, we go together real bad.
And I made that known. I would be like, hey, don't kiss me if the day you kiss me, we boyfriend and girlfriend. So first boyfriend, he was like, oh yeah, we together. First date, we was together. I was like, oh, okay, this is wonderful. Next boyfriend, you know, I was like, it took some while before we was claiming one another. And then I went into what we call an entanglement. That was when I had my player, that's when I had my temporary player phase because I had someone that I was entangled with and they really wanted to pursue a relationship with me. And listen, bruh, I was like, he's like, well, what we doing? And let me tell you, had I been healed because I jumped into that situation like as a rebound type of deal. Had I been healed, it would have been a very great relationship. But I wasn't healed, but I was also upfront. So while you talking about like that's my girl, I'm like, no, I'm not. What is this? An entanglement? Jada Pinkett and August could not have came out with they stuff at a better time. That's what it was. I don't care that you're meeting my family or that I met yours. Like I'm not claiming you. And I would also, I'm this person, and Scott is in the chat, babe. You can tell them when we were dating, I was like, bro, you don't want to be my friend. I will help you. I help you talk to women. Like I got you. I'm who you want on your team. I can play. If y'all seen 5 Heartbeats, Shy Brother, put me in, coach. I got you. We will close this deal. Okay. My sister had a birthday party and she had a colonizer friend at the time. And the waiter, he was cute. And he floating around the table and she was like, she liked black men. You know what I mean? So she's like, I really want his number, but I don't think he's gonna pay attention. I was there with my boyfriend at the time, my ex. So I was like, you want me to get his number? She was like, you can do that? I said, watch me work.
Girl, go up.
I said, what you doing after you get off? Because I know we your last table.
There it is.
He was like, oh, y'all trying to. I'm like, yeah. I was like, well, somebody likes you. It's not me. I'm taken. So I said,
before we go there, it's not us.
Okay. As you can see, this is not a bad looking group of ladies.
Look, not.
So you want to meet us at Splaze Splee Whoop Bam. He said, slide me the number. Cool. Got you. Put your number in her phone, text, and there you have it. Boom. Touchdown.
Very simple.
Very simple. So I do believe in establishing, ladies, if they have not told you what you are not their girlfriend. Until you hear them claim you, you are not their girlfriend. One of the wisest things that Scott ever said, and this was the first time that we met at a singles panel, he said, ladies, men control when we start a relationship. Women control when we start having sex. And I was like, it was so simple, but it was so profound, and it was so true. And so even with us, like, cause he was a reformed hoe, and he had my spidey senses like spiking.
Not a reformed hoe. That's
girl, cause he's been delivered.
All right. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's the praise right dance for that.
All right. But we talked. Speaking of though, Bay and I have our little anniversary tomorrow.
Y'all anniversary.
Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
We are officially 2 years in this thing. God, it feels so much longer, but in a good way. So yeah, we was yeah, we established that. I'm like, what am I? Because he was always calling me babe, even when he started on this platform. Nobody has ever known me as anything different. And Kendra can attest. We were talking. We were at the talking phase. Kendra and I went to brunch. I was like, I don't know who we are. We did one stream and I heard him say babe and my girl. And I was like, I'm screenshot. Girl, you know how we get screenshot, timestamp, send the link. Girl, watch right here. What you think? You think? And I sent it. I was on his couch when I heard it. I sent it straight to Kendra in a text message. And I was like, oh, we together?
Right.
It didn't matter what we were doing that made me feel like we were together until it established, and I agree. Here's the other thing. Listen, this ain't no I turn the situation where you tell me who I am. I need to agree and be compliant in the
I
matter.
don't need you to tell me anything. I'm gonna tell
Look,
you.
I felt that. Do the
Like, yeah, I don't need you to tell me a thing. Matter of fact, I will share with you who I am, and it's up to you to either stick by that or go on.
Did I
Like,
I screenshot it. You ain't lying, girl. Facts. But that, you know what, for me, it was because I was so apprehensive with him. I don't know why, girl. I was like running from my blessing. Okay. He was ready quick. Okay, fiancés,
oh,
congratulations.
I know that's right.
All right, Mr. Darby. Oh, and speaking of y'all, side note, Robin, I gotta give myself a little kudos. So for those of
And
you
you
that took
should.
advantage of my Valentine's Day consultations, I got a testimonial. We have had a proposal and a marriage.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
right.
Okay. So I wanted to, sorry, I had to.
Get it, Key.
Okay. But we
Bringing
gonna move.
love together. I love
Okay,
that.
girl, I'm here for it. I'm here. I am here for it. Okay. I'm here for the love stories. Um,
Yeah.
yes, but okay, so we done they like that. How long we been on? 30 minutes on that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. At
So
the end of the day, I still would do it. So,
you would still do it?
yes, absolutely. I'll do it myself at the end
Yeah,
of the
okay. I'm I'm here for it. I think you're very dateable, no homo, the pause and all the,
day. Everybody is
girl,
welcome to
because
do
wait, I'm sorry. So I was getting my nails done on Friday. That's how the question even came about. The nail tech.
it.
Shout out to Kendra because
Mhm,
Aaron killed it.
mhm.
She comes to the house and she's black.
She comes to the house.
Comes to the house,
And she's
table and all
black.
of that. Okay. Shape is on point. The last set I had was over. Pause on applied to women. I'm sorry. I was just trying to cover all my bases, bro.
But all the
Because she
bases
was
are
like,
covered.
would you date yourself? And so her and Scott naturally they're like going back. He's like, the dude can't say that too. He's like, women can give compliments to one another that guys cannot without sounding sketch.
Mhm.
So that's how it came up. But yeah, I think you're very dateable. You are a whole catch. All right.
Thanks.
Bay
You
is
so
fortunate
Miss
to have
Wifey.
you. Thank you. But speaking of Rob, you know who I'm marrying.
Yes,
All right,
I'm
so around
made
here,
aware.
in these off script streets, I know we a new show, but I have to bring you in officially to
Mhm.
the off script family the right way.
Mhm.
Around here, when the scripts have a win,
Mhm.
we have a theme song. And Bay,
Oh
in
Lord.
your honor, because I believe Robin picked the Eagles.
And did and would do it again.
And it was and I picked
I
my
gotta see
boys and them. Okay, Midwest is the best.
your behind picked your husband, and then your husband chose
Wisdom,
the
wisdom,
Kansas City Chiefs.
wisdom. It was
Y'all,
wisdom.
y'all are a package deal. I'm not falling for that.
And
You
so with
talking about
that,
you
Bay, here
picked
we go.
all I remember was, babe, what should I do? And you said,
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else.
you know,
Win, 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 win. These ops ain't lit.
Hey,
Win, 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 win.
this
that was
script.
a good win.
That was
That
good.
was a very good win. And I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a good game to watch. It was
Okay.
great. And I love seeing it. I
Girl,
said,
what
look,
made the chat? He said, no man can tell another man, yo, my G, I think you fine. He said, we got to fight after that. I It's serious. Got it.
I don't even know. I they have their own ways of complimenting each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Always.
it's the black people call. I see you.
Right.
See you. It's like that. Okay, my boy. Don't do it to him. That's like
If
the
they want to
guy.
be real subtle, is where you going? If somebody asks you where you going, man, you look good. Cause I want to know where you going looking like that.
Okay.
That's universal.
Look, he said, I got you. It sounds weird hearing. It would sound weird as a woman hearing that. I would be like, okay.
Like that's not even that's I feel like the you fine is like reserved for us women. And like we say it as a compliment universally. But like, yeah, that's for us.
That's for the ladies. For the
That's for
ladies.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's us.
So speaking of the Super Bowl, we got to talk about who did it better, Rihanna or
I
Beyonce.
look, I'm not weighing into the better. These are two different artists. They have two different styles.
Robin.
They are they are two queens powerfully living independently and with their significant others and now with children doing what they do best. I'm not doing that. And I refuse to be like, oh, we have to weigh the talent of Beyonce and her performance and all of this to Rihanna. Rihanna didn't move as fast as Beyonce when she was pregnant. And if y'all don't sit down somewhere because she can buy everybody in here.
Uh-oh,
And when I say buy, I
go
mean
ahead,
buy.
get him, Robin. I'm gonna let you speak before I go. Go ahead.
Making excuses for what? You gotta be specific, baby, because I said what I said. I'm not weighing in to no scale of a whole different caliber of people. I'm not doing that. I loved Rihanna's performance as equally as I loved Beyonce's performance. And I got to see all of Rihanna's because Beyonce's performance, the lights went out. That was in the Superdome.
That is
Right, right.
what?
So
Do we need to?
I love both of these young ladies. And Rihanna, she did what she needed to do. Everybody been crying for Rihanna to come out, do a performance,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Go back on tour, make new music. Now she did what she did, and y'all still trying to compare and contrast. Rihanna not worried about Beyonce, and Beyonce sure not worried about Rihanna. So why we worried?
Okay.
Now? Come
So
on now.
I think this. Listen, I think I agree with you on not comparing the two, but I would still offer a couple of critiques just to Rihanna. I
Sure.
so I don't all of what you said as far as like comparing them. I'm with you on that. I felt the same way. Both individually, their own musician and creative, view and all of that stuff in their own right. But like Rihanna has had so many hits. Like one featured artist would have been, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have been mad at that. Because you're playing Jay-Z was there. You know what I mean? I'm sure that they wouldn't have wanted Kanye there, but I mean for her to have bring out or brought out Kanye to come
Mm-hmm.
out, and here's the thing, you weren't doing, the work, the work. You weren't you're not doing just solo songs where you carry, what I mean? You're doing songs where you have features.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was like, sis, like, it's disappointing because you like, is somebody else coming? So I'm waiting. I'm like, is Eminem about to come out?
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing. But I will say, listen, her pregnancy, I looked at it and I told Scott, I said, I think that was a little bit of shade to Beyonce, only because Beyonce announced, I'm going to tell you how. This was what my mind went to. Not in a nasty way, but in a way like, yeah, I can cause a commotion too, kind of way. Beyonce announced Blue Ivy's coming into the world at the VNA,
Mm-hmm.
and it brought
Yeah.
That clip forever.
Yeah.
Rihanna is at the Super Bowl,
Well,
and
where is she gonna perform, child? She wasn't performing like Beyonce.
right, and she chose to come back and display it.
Y'all gonna get this one hit wonder. I'm coming
That's
back.
it.
I'm announcing my pregnancy.
And
I
that
probably
is
got
it.
a whole new Fenty line coming out right after the Super Bowl. That we already know what Rihanna been doing. I think that's my issue with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Rihanna is no different than what she has been doing. Beyonce is no different than what she has been doing. So their performances is going to cater who they are as people.
I
When
agree
has
with that.
Rihanna ever had a performance that was comparable to Beyonce
Yeah, I
in
disagree. I mean,
pregnancy?
I
Come
agree
on
with that.
now. That's what I'm saying. Y'all trying to expect her to do something that she's not even characterly known to do in her own performances. Who cares about the Super Bowl? You're not even paid for that. Now, so yes, if we're gonna take out, the black women battling against black women, which is a whole situation that was created by the social medias, I could care less. However, if we are talking about performances, let's look at the performers. Rihanna does exactly what she does at every single performance. And matter of fact, she did more than I ever seen her doing her little concerts. And I've been to her first one with
Have you?
Umbrella.
Have you?
Yes,
Okay, she said I'm a fan, y'all.
baby. She did her little windy dine. Okay. And I've been to a concert with Beyonce. Beyonce did nothing different than when she performed at the Super Bowl when she did her performance in New Orleans. It was no different. Those two are different artists. So their expectations for performers are going to be different. When the Saints was in the Super Bowl back in 2009, you know what I'm saying? We had what, Bon Jovi?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna compare? Y'all gonna compare Bon Jovi to Beyonce? That's two different people. But because y'all have already had these battles between these two women, let's be honest,
Right,
prior
right.
to the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna add on to it. Like, oh, she could have did this or she could have did that. And I do agree with you. I wish she would have had a feature as well. But to say that she did the performance without anyone coming on that stage,
Mm-hmm.
she shut it down.
Okay.
Especially for someone who hasn't been in that, arena for what, four
For a
years?
while, yeah, for a while.
Yeah, come on now.
So we have Derek D said we have to talk about it as performances, though, not as black women who are battling one another.
Mhm. Touched on that.
Faye said
Mhm.
Rihanna shouldn't have done it while pregnant. Pregnant, she cheated us out of a good performance. Girl, he stood on that, okay? Because Sir was upset. What? Yeah, okay. Songs
Hey,
that aren't hers, okay. Um,
everybody do that. Everybody doing, they be playing the song. Come on,
Erica
whatever we
said,
know.
I watched it twice. She did a wonderful job while pregnant. The main reason this can't really be compared is because we all know Beyonce puts on productions while she performs.
Thank
That's
you. That's what she do.
all right, and all right with the new shoe, nice shoe. She said, "Yes, Derek. Regarding performances, Beyonce is an all-around performer. I've never
Yes.
seen Rihanna in concert, but I've seen Beyonce, and she is the better performer. Yes, that doesn't take away from Rihanna, and she's not a good performer, and being pregnant didn't help. Okay, babe, we got it. So,
she said we got
got it. All right, you bothered. Rihanna doesn't need music anymore. Beyonce still does. Ooh,
that
ooh.
people are like, they are not ready. They are unhappy about how truthful this
Ooh,
comment is. Because
okay.
I and I'm gonna say it like this. I don't necessarily believe Beyonce does
Mhm.
need it in a sense of it, and it depends on how we're looking at need. Are we looking at need from a financial perspective? Are we looking at need from a popularity
I would
perspective?
say popularity probably because
Right.
definitely not financial.
Exactly, girl. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But Beyonce has made more money, I feel like, with her music than Rihanna. So that's why I was like, if we're talking about it from that perspective. But I feel like that is true in a sense of Beyonce is truly, really known for her music, her performances, anything artistry wise related to that foundation. Rihanna is known for her music, but she has now taken the advantage of expanding her persona, her character, who she is outside of her music, and is just as popular as her music, and really more. The
Mhm.
things that she's been doing business wise,
Yeah.
her only. Like, and I'm not taking away from Beyonce's, business attributes as well, but Rihanna's so, I mean, billionaire.
Even with that, Fenty is lasting. I mean, you remember what was it, Dalion or what, Derriere? What was Beyonce's jean?
Darion,
House of
because I
Darian,
surely had me a purse.
girl. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
had that. Ivy Park is not doing as well. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And Rihanna has been able to expand. So even with that, we don't even want to go there.
like Beyonce had to make a comeback. Rihanna
Right.
has been consistent.
She's been consistent. So next, Kendra says she's not a good performer, but she got hits, so that's it.
That's it. And
I
that's,
would compare, of course, Scott. He got to respond to you.
well, of
I would
course you, but see, that's my point of like, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that comparison because we are looking at the similarities of the artists,
Mhm.
but we also have to look at the similarities as well as performances, and not just, comparing it to the event, because that's what they're doing. They're not comparing Rihanna concerts, Beyonce concerts. They're comparing Rihanna's Super Bowl performance to Beyonce's Super Bowl performance. But they've been doing the same stuff.
And so he said, so you can compare MJ to Prince, no difference.
Oh, as far as like the Bon Jovi and you versus you two, I mean, yeah, you can,
Or I
cool,
think
you
he said
can.
MJ to Prince versus Beyonce to Rihanna, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. You can clarify that in the chat.
Yeah, yeah. Come
I
back to
enjoyed
me.
watching the talent versus comparing. Okay. Um,
Yeah,
Kirk says, "Why does Beyonce need music? She could sit down and be Beyonce. She could, but I think that it helps her personally. I don't know
I
Beyonce.
do as well. I like. I can't imagine like if Beyonce would had like the I guess the life track of Rihanna and like stop making music. I don't know how. I think people would take it even harder if Beyonce would have did that as opposed to Rihanna.
He says, you ask yourself, okay, when is Beyonce going to drop another album? Personal, I'm not a Beehive member. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not either. I
So
think she's a great artist.
yeah, I'm not gonna take away from
That's
her
yeah,
music,
she's
or,
talented as hell.
but I'm not a Beehive member. So I personally, no, I still haven't listened to this album. Don't really plan to. I tried.
I
I
listened to a couple songs.
I couldn't do it. If it wasn't on my TikTok on the tickety talk, I ain't hear it. All right, the peon with the nice shoes says neither needs to make music, but I knew Rihanna wasn't making another song after Anti. That makeup and clothing was
Yeah,
going up. Precisely. Okay. I think this is like I found it back. And then she came from another country. And
right.
I think that's the other thing. Like she came in, a lot of people that I know that come into the States, like they are here to make generational and to help their family out and establish so that there's no more struggle in their where they're from. Ivy Park is going to be rebranded now that Kanye is gone, but they want Kanye back.
They
Um,
definitely want Kanye back. I
we
ain't
do
gonna
want
hold
him
you.
back because sales have dropped. The power of the black dollar.
You know that's
However,
right.
Beyonce could never whisper another song, and ninjas would still swear by her music. Yes, you can compare all performances outside of genre. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, Beyonce still enjoys what she does. Yes.
yeah.
Don't need to question the finances.
And
Exactly.
I was gonna actually mention that as well as like I also think that Rihanna's dedication and passion towards music is on a different level
Right.
than Beyonce because and that was something that and again, like you said, I'm not really a part of the Beehive, so I haven't really like
I don't
watched
have a dog in the
the
fight.
development of Beyonce like that. Like I listened to like a couple albums, whatever, but I'm not gonna lie, the homecoming documentary she
Mhm.
did, that was eye opening on how dedicated
I
she
agree.
is
I agree with
to
that.
her performances. You know what I'm saying? Even that, the fact that she performed and now has a whole Netflix documentary and most watched in that year, whatever it was,
Right.
like, but that only it shows you how invested she is to that side of her life, as opposed to, I don't, in my heart of hearts, I don't think Rihanna is at that same level. Not taken away from her passion for music, because I know she has it, but when comparing those two elements in their lives, that's not Rihanna. So that's not the energy that we are going to receive from her. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying.
So Peon with the nice shoes said we don't have to ask about Beyonce making another album. We know it's coming. In the dark of night. Period. That's
Yep.
true.
Yep.
D said Beyonce is honestly the GOAT promoter. Every album she puts out has 3 to 5 bangers on it, and maybe. Um, duh. It's Molly Simmer says, and besides, Beyonce came from a group. Rihanna was solo. I
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
been.
that part. Very good point.
Yeah.
We got to debate that Kanye stuff offline. The black dollar has an effect. Okay, D, you can school me. You know that's your bro. You know that's your boy's man. All right. So next up, speaking of Miss Rihanna.
Yes. I know it's coming. I know it's
All
coming.
right. So this next section is called Fair or Foul.
Mm.
Recently, Chris Brown has made the headlines once again, and Keely, from the group 3LW, and just in case you don't
And
remember,
the Cheetah Girls.
and the Cheetah
Sorry.
Girls, right? Yeah, I was that Cheetah Girls came after me, but my sisters, that was they.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
Cheetah Girls,
3LW
the
for
sisters.
sure.
I was
And
like,
Cheetah Girls. Yeah,
yeah,
both.
I'm getting sick and tired of it. Yeah,
Stop. Stop.
I wanted to, girl, I was waiting all day for that.
Stop.
No, I'm not the one. Say it again. But she was really the
Oh. Yeah.
broken premises. Okay. All right. So she made a comment about Chris Brown and the Rihanna situation. My question is it still relevant, or should he still be held accountable to the actions of the past, and let me just say this for the facts. It was I do not condone domestic violence, no matter who initiates it. I will say that for the record. One, he was barely an adult. If I think maybe 17 even, but barely an adult. If so, I'm not saying that is right.
Mhm.
Also, when are we going to take responsibility for being provoked? Okay, because that also plays a part in my opinion. And then also he went through the law, so he had to serve and do his time. When are we going to take responsibility? Caller, I do see you. Robin, do you want me to take the caller, or do you want to?
Yes, go ahead and take the call.
All right, caller 4803 coming to you. All right, 4803, you are live. Your name and where you're calling from, please. All right, if you can hear me, you are breaking up just a tad bit. I'm gonna disconnect you, but if you get to a better area, call right on back.
We'll be here.
We will be here. Um, so yeah, fair or file. And this is what Chris Brown had to say. If y'all
Mhm.
hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my entire whole behind. I'm 33. I am so tired of y'all running with this narrative. Y'all weird jokers are the same ones that tune in every week to Blueface and Krishan. We listen. We are not going down that rabbit hole. Just don't do it. Don't do it. We're not doing that because it's a rabbit hole. They
I
beat
don't want
the
to talk about them
stuff.
anyway.
Okay, they beat the stuff out of each other in front of the world. But that's okay. It's entertainment, and y'all can suck my peen disrespectfully. I tried to edit that just in case we had kids in the
Respect,
room with y'all. Okay.
respect, respect.
All right, but Robin.
I understand exactly where he's coming from, and I think if we're talking about his comments back to her, whether it's fair or foul, it's fair in my holistic,
Is it?
objective approach because this is what I'm looking at it from sides of one, people fail to consider that while you are trying to point blame to the person, the abuser, whoever was at fault, you
Mm-hmm.
are also bringing up trauma triggers, you know what I'm saying, the emotions, the memories for that victim as well. And nobody really, and I'm not going to say nobody, but a lot of people don't consider that bringing stuff back up that people are actively, the people in the situation are trying to heal from. She's seeing it just like how he saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And people making jokes. You know what I'm saying? You got now, which I feel like the aspect of bringing up Blue, going back to the Farrah file, he should have just let that alone. Because now you're opening the door to Blueface commenting.
Right.
Because Blueface comment was like, "Oh, well, you beat up the wrong girl," something like that. So now you adding fuel to the fire because now you're naming individuals. You know what I'm saying? That have nothing to do with the current situation that you are, commenting on, whatever, reflecting on. And now they have a say in it. Now they in it. Now people want to start to, oh, now he's comparing himself to Blueface, da 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 da, or now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a bigger ordeal than what it should be. So I feel like in that regard, you ain't had to do that, bro, dog. You could have just left it into the direct of stop playing with me and let that be the reason. But do I understand why he said that? Absolutely, because we do, as a society, I feel like, entertain Blueface and Krishan
Right.
as opposed to condemning, you know what I'm saying, Brown and Rihanna's one and only
These call
situation.
lines is picking up. Okay.
You know what I'm
Who want
saying?
to
We're
talk?
we're condemning that, which it should be condemned. But also Rihanna has all it blatantly said openly, I forgive, I am moving on, I'm living my life accordingly. Chris Brown apologized, you know what I'm saying? Take it, like you said, responsibility, accountability for his actions, moving on. I don't understand why Keely brought it up in the first place. I'm still trying to figure out how did we even get here? Like, what provoked you? You know what I'm saying? I want to say it has something to do with the Super Bowl because, like, Rihanna don't be messing with nobody. She drink
Okay.
her water and mind her business. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, Chris been doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how did we get there?
Okay. I'm gonna circle back. We have 2 callers. So first caller, 4803, you are back. Let me go ahead and 4803, you are live. Hello. All right. I don't know what's going on. We can't hear you.
Oh,
All right, but we have 2848. All right, 2848.
Yo,
You're
yo, yo, yo.
yo.
uh
I know that.
You already know what
I
time it
already
is.
Lord, let me take off my glasses.
oh,
What's up, D?
not the glasses coming off.
It's time.
It's time, right? What's up, bro?
All right. So then let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris is absolutely fair
Thank you.
to give people the work because for 2 reasons. One, he was 17 years old. He made a mistake. We've seen people get away with a lot more as grown people that did less than he did.
Mm-hmm.
I put my comment in the chat. I'm not really going to talk about Chris Brown until the media gives Dana White the business for slapping his wife in public. But we're not going to address that because you know how mainstream media does.
Mm-hmm.
So, white man slap his wife. Well, we'll blow that to the side. You know, no problem. But we still going to talk about Chris Brown 16 years later like it's a fresh incident.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
One. His second point to speaking to Blueface and Krishan, he's still fair because he's speaking to the overall ignorance that our community unfortunately bears sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What they do is not funny.
Right.
It's not funny. We should not tolerate it.
There it is.
And because if it was me and I'm watching a man violate my daughter in public and make her act like potentially financially benefiting off of it, he and I are going to have words.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to make my daughter look like a moron just because you want to be a moron and you think it's cool.
Right.
I got you.
So
I agree with you, bro.
Absolutely.
He's all the way fair.
Okay. That's the best man for the Scripps wedding.
Mm-hmm. The best.
Thanks for calling in, bro.
Thank you.
You already know.
All right, man.
All right.
All right. And so we have another caller. All right. 2338, you are live. Hello?
I really want this to work for them.
I really have something to
Genuinely
say.
and truly, I want this to work for them.
2338. Okay. Sorry, gotta let you go. And we have another caller. All right.
Maybe from a different phone. Same
Maybe.
person.
Okay. 3428, you are live.
Oh, well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me on.
Thanks for calling in.
This
Can
is,
we get your name?
Benjamin Porter from Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Porter.
Yes, ma'am. I contacted you on IG, and and your assistance was great.
Yes.
And so, yes. So me and young lady, we're supposed to be meeting up later on this week. So thank y'all. If y'all need any assistance, you need to go talk to Miss Key. I'm telling you, God got his hands on the whole situation.
Oh, thank you.
I know that's right.
Yeah. But in regards to this specific topic, I believe it is fair. 2 things can be true. You have to live with the consequences of your actions.
Absolutely.
If you do certain things, there are people who are not going to let things go. But we also need to remember that he was addressed and handled by the criminal justice system. and he had to do his time, and it was very public. And as appropriate as it showed the ugly side of people being codependent. It showed the side that people would tolerate having somebody because people were still screaming Team Breezy after that. But also, I think it goes to the point of forgiveness and grace.
Ooh,
The very
yes.
same people who will never let stuff go, even after you have paid your dues, even after you've been held accountable, even after you've been arrested and things of that nature, will be the quickest ones who will ask you to pray for them and the quickest ones who will ask you to don't hold this against me and say, I've changed. And I feel that this is just another example of people showing their true colors. And I think that we can look at this as a teachable moment with young men and young women where we need to control our emotions as young men and young women collectively. And furthermore, in regards to the rabbit hole that we're not going to go down, point out that that is not what we would say is a positive relationship, but that is not love. Love is patient and it's kind. It's not abusive and insulting.
Come on here, scripture.
I know that's right. Corinthians.
Absolutely, Mr. Porter.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for calling in, and I hope everything works out with the meetup.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you both.
God bless you. All right, we have 1956. I'm coming to you. All right, 1956.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you. I have your name.
Okay. I was trying to call from my cell phone, but I guess I ended up hitting a wrong button.
Okay.
But I wanted to say that Chris Brown is a legend, and sometimes artists, when they're young, they make mistakes, and you never know what they're going through in real life, behind the scenes. And I think the reason why, like, Rihanna and Chris Brown got, like, into fights is because, one, they did not get along with each other. There could have been some fighting behind the scenes that we never knew of. And that could have been why, you know, things happen and it escalated by an accident. But for Blueface, on the other hand, he just wants to start drama and cause a scene where he doesn't know how to talk because he only has one hit. Chris Brown has major hits. And the only song that he has is Bust Down Tatiana. I think that's, if I'm allowed to say that, but
It's okay.
but that was because of Cardi B that remixed it. That's the reason why that he got what he got. But for also there was rumors about Blueface of his girl had something like wrong with her teeth, and apparently he would make her not wear like the fake teeth that she had to make people not want to be with her. And apparently I saw a video that she was talking to Little Baby and he got jealous and was being rude to her. So, like, I don't know
you have all
what the issue is between both of them.
Right.
Like, they're acting like kids, but they're grown adults. And then she's pregnant, I'm assuming, because she came out with a pregnancy test. And then he said it's not his.
Right, but hold on. Let me pause because we're not going. Listen. I'm with you, but we cannot go down that rabbit hole of Blueface and Krishan. But I listen. I hear you.
Yeah.
With Chris Brown, I personally listen. It drains me to talk about Krishan and Blueface.
It does.
What's your name?
Molly.
Molly from the chat. Mrs. Darby, congratulations on the engagement and thank you so much for calling in.
I was the one. I also texted you through iMessage as well.
Yep, I remember.
I was on her stuff.
Yeah.
All right, and bye-bye.
Bye.
We have another caller, and listen,
Yes.
um, Robin, I know who this person is. I'm gonna let him
Okay.
announce himself. Go
Okay.
take a sip now.
I got you.
Yeah, go ahead. We
I
gonna pause.
got you.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, well, well. If it is not my bestie, Mr. Mitchell, what's happening,
What
player?
up, though?
What up?
Hey, how you doing?
Can y'all hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, ladies enjoying the show. Definitely want to talk about this topic right here. Me and Karina done had this conversation a couple times. Uh, as it relates to Chris Brown, let's just break this down. Again, the brother, we have to start seeing abuse without it being a lens over it. We have to look at it as a zero tolerance. And I say that a lot because Akila, as you know, I got 3 boys. Karina has a daughter. And I look at it from the standpoint of we can't handle women with kid gloves and then just blame the man. Let's be honest. We all know the story. They both were abusing each other. It's never a right thing for either one of them to be laying hands on each other. But we have to look at it from the standpoint of they both made mistakes. Yet we know Chris Brown had to be held accountable even through the justice system, even through public embarrassment. It has been damn near over 10, 15 years, and the brother's still paying for it. And let's just call it what it is. It's selective outrage. That's all it is. It's okay. And let's be honest. Ladies, I love y'all. But there's a group out there that sees when a woman, y'all know I'm gonna go there. Yeah, when you see a woman somewhat kind of giving it back to a man, it's kind of like a hankering for it. And that's what gives it still that sugar on it to see like, yeah, because a woman beating on Chris Brown, everybody would be, he may have done something. And then he has Blueface. I just said this to Karina. I said, listen, as it pertains to Blueface and Krishan, that is America's interpretation of somewhat seeing it like as long as he blew his head up, hit him in the back of the head. Y'all remember that? Somebody in the comment section was like, hey, that's like get at him. He needs it. He deserves it. You have to look at it from the telling us to keep their hand to themselves. And everything else is their self. Other than that, I'm going to
I love you too.
Bye.
I think your AirPods. I don't know if everybody. Do I sound okay to you?
Yeah. Are you hear me?
Girl, I don't know what happened. It sound like
I don't know what happened. It
over
sound
here.
like I don't know.
No, I will say this. I agree wholeheartedly with what I said. Like, okay, yeah, the sound is
Oh, it's bad.
1 second, y'all. Let me pause with y'all. Robin, I'm gonna remove you. Just come back. No, no. Oh, I was gonna remove you and just jump back in without him. Can you hear me now?
I could just put it right in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove you. Just come right back in. All right. Yeah. Okay. Can you come back? She can come back. I think she see me in the screen. So I will say this to what Mike is saying, and what he said when he called in. It was bad on both sides. And so yeah, it was bad on it was both sides with the abuse, and so Rihanna was wrong. I don't think that she suffered as a result of their fights and whatnot, but she did not like publicly have to pay as far as the law is concerned with the actions that she caused to him either. Now as a man, I will say like his strength and the force that he hit with the black eyes and all that kind of stuff. She definitely, her image suffered. He had to suffer, and he's now still carrying that scar of being an abuser when he's also a victim as well, and she is sky free. And I feel like this. There are plenty of women that get away with putting men in these situations of like being physical, because of our anger and lashing out and not having to pay for it. But because the law is a law. And I went to therapy on Friday, and my therapist told me this, like, we were designed as human beings to deal with consequences for our actions, and what we don't pay for outwardly will eat us up internally. So that was from a licensed psychologist, by the way, not me, not me. Um, so that's my spiel. I'm gonna mute if you can, because it just echoes when you come off of you. I'm gonna mute.
Can you hear me now? Is it still like, oh, no, I feel like, okay, how about,
Yeah, it's
what
just
about now?
let me give you a pro tip. It's when the AirPods die out, take them out. It kind of like does something wacky to the programming. That's
Um,
um,
oh,
but
it's talking to you as we're conversing, or no?
it's like yeah. Somebody said you might need to put your air
I'll put it back in, cause I'm hearing it
your
in
status.
the sound. Let's try it again.
Okay,
Okay, how about now?
I think we're good. Let's
Are we?
we gonna work through it. All right. So now this is your segment.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
your girl. Look at this.
Yeah. I prior to you sharing this with me, I can't look at this. To it, and I said, okay, here we are. Anybody doesn't know about this story,
Oh yeah,
this
they said
is
your sound still is not well. Um, no, it sounds like a robot. Literally, it's very robotic.
oh,
Um, but if you leave the stream, I'm gonna text you the call in number. Haha.
okay.
I will text the call in number, and you can call in, and then we'll do that. Just leave the stream, and we will co-host it that way. I'll mute you and keep your I'm gonna mute you, but keep you up so that they can hear what you're saying. So one sec here, girl. Thank y'all, faithful viewers who are working with us through these technical difficulties. We do appreciate it. Um, while Robin is getting set up here and calling in. So the segment of the show is called Girl, Look at This. All right. So I was perusing on Instagram and saw the Shade Room. Okay. And so the title was A Self-Confessed Trophy Husband opens up about having 3 wives. They work while I'll stay home. So I'm gonna read it really quickly. So wait a minute, roomies. Get into this. Nick Davis refers to himself as trophy husband after revealing that he has 3 wives and doesn't work. The father of two, mute me while I'm talking, Robin. The father of two explains that he doesn't have a job because the king doesn't move around much, while the queens have all the power. Although Nick is over there living it up as king, his 3 wives have full-time jobs. According to the New York Post, met his first wife April in college 15 years ago. The couple welcomed Jennifer into their marriage 9 years later after April introduced Jennifer to her husband, thinking she would be a good fit for their family. Danielle joined the threesome last year after meeting on a show about polygamy. Having 3 wives, knowing we've all solidified our union and brought it together like we have, it's just unbelievable. I just feel like I'm living a dream come true, Nick said. What are your thoughts, Robin? I'm going to mute. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, girl.
Woo! Okay. Um, Let me explain something to you. I'm gonna just take a look at the photo before we really comment, because yeah, yeah, because when you look at the photo, it just makes sense. This is transpiring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Without the picture, you know what I'm saying? When I'm not understanding how people can do this in general, because that's just not me. I'm not joining nobody. It's me and another person. That's that's it. We're not doing this. So it's gonna be hard for me to wrap my head around this, and I don't think I ever will. But hey, if y'all love it, that's on y'all. You know the saying, if you like it, I love it. I'm not gonna use that here because
Oh, okay.
I don't love this.
Okay.
I'm gonna never love this. However, what I will say is that something that it's one of those things you won't understand. Don't try to let them do them. But I just have one question. It says Nick met his first wife 15 years ago. So I'm assuming, he was in a, monogamy type of mindset.
Right.
And I want to know, how did that shift? Because you can't just welcome somebody. I feel like there's more to the story. What else was there? Was there a conversation? Was he wanting to step outside the marriage, and then there was like, no, I want to stay together. Let's just invite somebody into the home so nobody's cheating. We just gonna share everybody. I can't wrap my head around it. I don't know.
Look, I will say this. I look at the smile on this man's face, and as my boy
He's
D,
happy.
he said, Snow Bunny topic. I'm here for it. Listen, I and Mike said, he said the reparations are taking too long. Okay, because the boy said I'm gonna get mine while I can, and I'm gonna just say this. We touched on it last week as far as being with a melon queen, and going over to the Snow Bunny side, and how that thought process, or the more lean, like, oh, I'll do, I'll like, oh, sure, whatever you like, like that. Um, I feel like this. I think some colonizing lighter women feel like whatever I have to do to keep my man, I'll do. I feel like a lot of white people that I know, because I grew up in Ohio, so there was plenty. Um, listen, they was gonna stay down. I had several great uncles who are now transitioned to glory with white baby mothers, and like he had a white baby mama, but he was married to a white woman, but was still having kids with the baby mama. True story. And they like coexisted in ebony and ivory are together in perfect harmony, side by side, like legit. And I was like so confused. I'm like, Auntie who? But I thought that Auntie such and such was. So you're not with Auntie such and such? A kid trying to just wrap my mind. So listen, I feel like this is good for him. I don't know that girl from FAMU, and I like this. I love this for me, like the girl FAMU with the snake. You know what I'm saying? And I love
Mm-hmm.
this for me. That was on the end of all of her, and I feel like that's what he's at. I love this for me, like, and I'm like, bro, it wouldn't be me. It would not.
Shouldn't be.
It wouldn't be me. Okay. It will go. Listen, you propose that,
And he trash.
for me. Okay. Just in case y'all missed it.
And he trash.
Okay, or this one, because they got another button. Yeah, no, you about to lose your job. Okay. Absolutely no way. No way. But I saw that, and I just wanted to bring it to the people to talk about it. I see the comment says the snow bunny, the snow bunny crisis has robbed this man of his African blood. What? Thus was reversed. White guy, 3 black wives. With the would the uproar be louder? Yes,
I think, yeah.
abso-freaking-lutely. Like I think that. Listen, one thing about black men, y'all can make some noise when you want to. You can make some noise because listen, the way that what was it, Kyrie Irving and the Hebrew Israelites was out there for him during his situation. Listen, don't make a black man get. Listen, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart said it best: babysit the kids. You know what I mean? Not really, but sort of, kind of. And what? Hey, cut that up! Don't make me get up. And all of a sudden, it's silence. Mamas, we got to get up, go investigate. Who did this? Who had this? I know when you lying. So you going to sit there and look. You know what I mean? We got to go through all of that. The dad say something. It's just, hey, silence. I'm like, is that all it took? Don't make me get up. And listen, I'm not telling you something that I've seen or heard. I've seen it. You know, I had a black dad, God rest his soul, but I'm marrying a black father. And listen, that man, let me tell y'all something about Scott and these Scott kids. Okay, summertime, they are up. They are up with I like to say up with the angels. Okay, because they be like, "Good morning, can I have some cereal?" I'm like, I just got to sleep with the baby, but yes, okay, him. Good morning. I'm like, that is scary. Like, it's so thunderous. I'm like, babe, like I feel like Lion King, like Mufasa. Ooh. Like that's how it feels when he get to talk. like Mufasa. Ooh. Like that is what it feels like. Legit. Somebody said, yes, Royce, there is a snow panda crisis as well. Let me see. Mike said, women aren't outraged at this guy because this is probably a guy that they would not desire. Ooh. Women are only outraged when it's a man they feel like they had a shot with.
That is a good point.
You know what, Mike? You just got my brain tick. Because what if he was in the black dating pool? And I'm going to say this. You saying that, I'm like, was he a lazy man that never wanted to work? Because that, I know for a lot of black women, it's like, listen, bro, life is hard enough. I'm not taking care of you. But you know, I got uncles with white wives, and so like where they have that the wives have went out and worked, and my uncles are like doing odd end jobs, car mechanic, fishing. I'm like, do you ever work? Do you? You know what I mean? Like I'm like you. All they need is their beer, their cigarettes, and somewhere to lay their head. And their significant others like, oh yeah, absolutely, I can take care of you, co-signing on stuff. I'm like, your credit about to be shot, ma'am. Did you do? See, they missed that talking phase that we was talking about earlier. They missed that talking phase. That's why it's important. Somebody said, okay, all he needs is his 40 acres. He already got 3 mules. Ooh, okay.
Well,
okay, girl. Let the church say amen. Okay. All right. They said yes, he's lazy. Well, y'all, that was our final topic. Is again, we got a few callers on week 3. Come on here. If this is your first time tuning into the show, first of all, we appreciate you. Okay. We have fun with you guys. I appreciate Robin for coming in right after a flight, because baby, me and Scott have had our days of flying in, and it is not easy. Yes, salute to you, Queen. What do you have coming up for this next week other than school?
Girl, that's it. Saving, because when I tell you money was spent
in New Orleans, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, because I got to text you. Matter of fact, I might have to call you offline because I got to get the spots of where I need to go to. You know what I mean? Since we connected now or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So this week, the scripts are trivial traveling and going to see how the new word just came about me. We are traveling and going to the HBCU like championship. Y'all know I don't speak football. I'm not gonna get up here lying to y'all or fake the funk like I do. The
It's the
Legacy
Legacy
Bowl.
Bowl,
I
babe.
found it. I
It's
was
the
going right
Legacy
to
Bowl.
my email to correct myself. The Legacy Bowl, and thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, I got you,
It
boo.
is the Legacy Bowl in New Orleans, and we will be there Wednesday to Saturday. We will be in New Orleans. So if you see a big giant chocolate man that look nice, don't ladies watch yourself. But say what's up. Say what's up. You'll see a little cute little shorty doo wop top. On the side of him. You know what I mean? We always ranked here. You know what I mean? Want a picture? Don't be afraid to speak. He is a very personable person. I take pictures, but I definitely appreciate y'all for checking us out, rocking out here with us. And I'm going to touch bases with Robin as far as what our schedule looks like on Sunday, depending on what time we get back in Atlanta. But I will keep y'all posted. If y'all have a show, a topic, or a question y'all want us to touch on, our social media is in that white bubble below. Boop. There it is. I had to. Yep. That way. Yep. That's how you point. So DM us, message us. We will be happy to feature. And yes, we can keep it anonymous. We do not have to put your business out here, in the streets. But this show, just in case you're new, like I just caught the last few minutes, go ahead and rewatch it. You ain't got nothing to do with Sunday. You know what I'm saying? BMF came out on Friday. You know, take a look.
There it is.
Let us know your thoughts. You know what I mean? We appreciate all the callers that called in, that waited, that gave their opinions. And without anything else or further words, I hope y'all have an amazing week wherever you're at. That blessings and good news follow you all this week. And until the next time, peace out.